Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first of 8 semi-final events we are hosting this week, the culmination of our Activate program that's seen over 3,000 students across the country engage in 10 to 20 weeks of looking at problems and then using business to design amazing solutions that solve these problems and also generate income for the young people that are building them. To kick off, I want to show you a map, and hopefully this map is familiar. And I'd love for you for a second just to reflect on how old you were when you first saw this map. For me, I was 5, and I remember having to learn the capital cities and matching them to the right states. Actually, I think this was kind of my first experience with school and like tests at school. And as the oldest of 5 kids, I felt, that intense amount of pressure to get the answers right. I'd love to show you a second map. And I'd love for you to reflect on when you first saw this map. For me, it was much later. In fact, I think I was in my late 20s before I saw this map for the first time. Interestingly, when I'm working with young people in the room, the gap between seeing the first map and the second map is much smaller compared to my own experience. I guess today we're going to talk a lot about innovation and new and entrepreneurship. And I just want to pause and acknowledge the fact that this map is 60,000 years older than the first map that we've seen. And, in fact, true innovation deeply comes from understanding our past and acknowledging those that have walked before us. So to kick off our first semi-final for today, I want to take the time to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land in which we live, work and play. And acknowledge them as our first innovators, our first entrepreneurs, and the wisdom that sits within our Indigenous culture. I'm coming to you from Yagara and Turrbal land here in Brisbane, and I feel honoured to stand on the shoulders of giants who've worked before us in order to get to the place that we're in today. Now, we have a huge day planned for you, and I want to run through a couple of things to kick off. The first thing is, if you want to get involved, there's a few places you can do that on socials. We'd love for you to obviously post on Facebook, tweet us on Instagram or on Twitter, and use the hashtag #BettingTheFuture. So please take snaps, share them. We love to see you engaging in this, particularly if you're in a watch party. So if there's a bunch of you watching this semi-final right now, grab a cool selfie and please share the photos so that we can see you in action. Now, we're working virtually online today, which means we have a bit of a rule of 3 when we come into events like this. And what this means is we go in expecting at least 3 things to go wrong, a little bit like this here. And in this case, it makes us excited every time something goes wrong because it's one less thing that we have to worry about. So please be patient with us. If we encounter technical difficulties today, we'll communicate any changes that need to be made to the run of today. So how did we get here? Well, we got here because our young people undertook a version of this mission here, which is, as an entrepreneur, pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. And that's what you're going to see today is 5 teams of young people that have tackled this mission head on and have designed their own innovative solutions that solve a problem that matter to them. Now, to do this, we've taken our young people on a journey through our Entrepreneur's Odyssey, which is kind of our design thinking methodology. And I guess I want to draw your attention to the fact that we ask our young people to start with who they are and what matters to them, because we believe that the best entrepreneurs are able to fuse their lived experiences with their passions and their strengths. And I think today, sorry about that. That's the dogs. I'm sure they'll make another appearance at some point today as well. I think today we'll see this passion and these lived experiences fuse through in the experiences of our young people. And, this year we're a few years deep in our program, and I want to introduce you to a few of our winners. In 2018, we had Tanika take out our grand final, and her idea was to sell socks that look like normal school socks above the surface of the shoe, but have these amazing patterns underneath. The following year, Culturehood took away our national grand final with their incredible hoodies that fused the Polynesian designs down the sleeves, with a portion of their profits going to support domestic violence initiatives that mattered to them most. From here, we went to last year's winner, Aqua Shield. And I think, rather than me tell you about the feeling of winning a grand final, I thought I might show you.
Has come up with something that is so important for us now in Australia, in the world, and we believe has got a great chance with the right partnerships and the right work and a lot of hard work to be successful, and that is Aqua Shield. And they jumped as which is well done, guys. Fantastic.
I mean, I don't know. If this could be you, one of the teams that we're seeing today could be our grand final winner at the end of November, which is a super exciting prospect. I guess let's talk through what today is going to look like and a bit of an agenda of, I guess, today's process. To kick off, obviously, you're going to hear a little bit from me. In a moment, I'll introduce our judges, and then we have 5 3-minute pitches along with our people's vote and our verdict at the end. Now, the structure, as I said, each team has exactly 3 minutes to pitch. With 30 seconds to go, they'll hear a little bit of a warning bell. That's it, to let them know that they've got 30 seconds left. And if they're still speaking when that 3-minute timer clicks over, they'll hear this. Super subtle. Nobody will even hear it. So they've got 3 minutes to pitch. At the end of their pitch, we'll invite our judges back on screen, and our judges have 4 minutes to ask questions. So it's super fast and furious. Now, at the end of our 5 pitches, our judges will go away and deliberate, and they will pick a winner. And this winner gets a golden ticket through to our national grand final at the end of November. So we have one winner from each of our 8 semi-finals that goes through to the grand final. Now, where our audience comes in is when our judges go away to deliberate, we will have a people's vote link that comes up on screen. We're not releasing that link now. You'll get it at the end of the pitches. And what that means is you can vote for your favorite team. Now, the teams that win the people's vote in each semi-final go into a second chance draw, and one team out of the people's vote winner will get a wildcard entry to our national grand final. So your votes really do make a difference. So stay tuned and make sure that you vote for your favorite team. If you're watching now, and feel free to message your friends or share our link around so that we can amass like a really nice crew for our finalists today. Now, I've got to introduce some pretty amazing humans. So I'm going to invite them to jump back on screen right now. Over the course of our 8 semi-finals, we have 26 individuals that are jumping in to judge. And I have to say, I don't envy their job today at all. In fact, I never sit on the judging panels quite deliberately because I believe that this is probably a fun place to be, but also a very challenging place to be. And look, I'm not going to be able to do these guys justice by introducing them. So I thought I might throw to each of them one at a time to give us sort of 60 seconds summary on their life's journey to date, which is probably as complex as what the judging will be for each of them, actually. Anna, I might throw to you. Tell us a little bit about you and what brings you here today, and maybe give us one tidbit of what you're looking for in a really great pitch.
Good question. Kia koto no otapotiaho ko Anna tokunua namihi nui kia koto. My name's Anna. I'm currently based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Half Kiwi, half American, very confused. I know Nick from my time in Brisbane and have co-founded a few companies, everything from cheese through to crowdfunding. I ate a lot of cheese when I ran that company. But I'm really passionate about people creating the things that they deeply care about. So that's probably going to be the thing that I'm focused on today, is how you connect into the problem that you're solving. So yeah, that's me. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
I did love the cheese startup. That was one of my favorite, I have to be honest. Danielle, I might throw to you. Tell us a little bit about you, what you're working on at the moment, and what are you looking for in a really great pitch?
Hi everyone, I'm coming live from the lands of the Kaurna people, the traditional owners of the land. Thank you for your amazing welcome. I'm one of the directors of Southstart, an innovation festival that's hosted here in South Australia. Echoing Anna's sentiment, an absolute passion for the problem and one that really has a fundamental impact on people's lives is very true to my heart. So looking out for that today and wishing you all the best of luck with your pitches.
Thanks, Danielle. And last, and certainly not least, Dom, tell us a little bit about you and what are you looking for today from our young people as they take the virtual stage?
Thanks, Nicole. Hi, everyone. I'm joining you from Yagara and Turrbal country. I work at a social enterprise called White Box Enterprises, and I'm currently organising the Social Enterprise World Forum, which will be here in Brisbane, Meanjin next year, bringing over 10,000 change makers from around the world to our lovely city. What I'm mostly looking for is really similar to Anna and Danielle, and that is purpose and also fun and excitement about what you're doing, because you've got to love what you do. So I really look forward to seeing your pictures.
So maybe Dom might be scouting for some potential speakers for next year's event, just to sort of throw it out there as well, young people. So thank you so much for those amazing introductions. I cannot stress how thrilled we are with the incredible humans that we have that will be pitching, and also how honoured we feel that the three of you have taken time out of your schedules in order to spend time with our young people and share some of your insights. Now, let's get to the fun part. I would love to introduce our first team to the stage. Coming to us from Redlands College, their first year in the program, with a team through to the semi-finals, I'd love to welcome Virtual Break to join us today. Hey, how you feeling? Good? A little bit nervous?
Little, yeah.
You're going to be amazing. We are so thrilled for you to be our first semi-finalist in this year's competition. We are ready. When you are ready, take it away.
Good morning, judges. My name is Sienna Cooley, and I'm the founder of Virtual Break, an app that gets kids excited about having a break from technology. Sounds too good to be true, right? Next. The aim of Virtual Break is to improve children's mental health caused by too much time spent on technology. My app is unique as it helps to build partnerships between children and their parents and provides intrinsic rewards through gamification techniques. Screen addiction is increasing and causes a real mental health condition which affects millions of children around the world. Next. Virtual Break is a screen time management system that connects to games and social media, and intrinsic rewards are negotiated between parents and children. Parents set time limits, and if children voluntarily choose to have a virtual break when the logo is displayed on their screen, they earn virtual points. The coins can be saved or spent to redeem rewards. Next. Virtual Break works on building a holistic approach to family life by balancing screen and family time. Screen time limits and intrinsic rewards are negotiated to suit individual families. Next. Our difference is that Virtual Break is an app that empowers children to make a decision and learn lifelong lessons. Children can choose to have a virtual break themselves. Negotiated rewards, countdowns, and voluntary breaks helps to avoid mental breakdowns and arguments. Next. Virtual Break is based on the psychology of gamification. Gamification principles provide intrinsic motivation by using gaming design elements such as points and leaderboards. Next. Virtual Break can grow and scale to becoming compatible with more games, social media, developing leaderboards, and partnering with companies such as Apple. Companies could use the Virtual Break logo to associate themselves with helping to improve children's mental health. Next. Virtual Break has already designed a logo. I've also contacted several app developers who have shown interest in making the Virtual Break app a reality. Startup costs would include partnering with these app developers to code the Virtual Break app. I'm asking for $10,000 to assist with these immediate startup costs. Next. The Virtual Break app is sustainable as it would be a subscription-based model that would be $10 per month per child. Advertising would be through schools, gaming stores, and word of mouth. 10% from each subscription will be donated to Kids Helpline. Next. Since my first pitch, I've received mentoring from an entrepreneur who was a judge in our school competition, and he has helped to further develop Virtual Break. Children are our future, and we need to support them now in managing screen time. Virtual Break is the answer. Thank you for your time.
Holy, nailed it under time. Booted it out of the park. What an incredible first pitch. Thank you, Sienna. That was awesome. I'll invite our judges back to the room. Legends, you've got about 4 minutes to ask questions of Sienna and her concept Virtual Break.
I'll jump straight in and ask
Awesome.
Sienna, why do you care so much about this? Is there a personal reason that you started this?
Well, I've had a mental health condition myself, and my friend also has had a mental health condition. So I want to help others before they have to deal with that, because it's not fun. And I really don't want people to go through the same thing that I have had to been through.
Sienna, are you doing this by yourself or have you got a team with you?
Well, I've developed this by myself, but originally I did have a partner, but due to a mental health condition, they are unable to be with me. And so I've finished this project individually.
Okay, and have you had a chance to test this at all with some friends? And how's that gone for you?
Well, I haven't tested it like in an app, but I have like asked people and seen what they think about it. And I've contacted an app developer who has contacted me back. So I'm hoping soon we'll get an example of what the virtual break app will look like from them.
Sienna, have you thought about any other rewards that you might be able to provide beyond digital tokens? Any offline incentives?
Well, I've developed it around intrinsic rewards. So students will earn, like, for example, we could get schools involved around it, and the class with the most points, virtual points, they could play a sport or an activity of their choice if they would like, or parents could develop intrinsic rewards like going to the park as a reward to the points.
Sienna, how do you foresee getting this out there? How are you going to market virtual break?
Well, my target market is parents. So the way I'm going to get to the market is through schools and like orientation days and stuff. And I can also go through gaming stores, promote my logo through them.
And have you looked at how much you would charge to use this or any of the?
$10 per month per child would be the cost for that app, the logo and the app.
And what's exciting you the most, Sienna?
Just being able to do this whole business and put it together and seeing it come to life, really.
And what are some of the challenges you expect?
Well, trying to like get all the technology and that involved and like piece all like everyone's ideas together to develop the overall product of virtual break and to get app developers to develop virtual break.
Have you looked into, I would call it wireframing, but drawing out what that potential product could look like?
Like expanding virtual break?
Yeah, so when you spoke with the app developer, have you designed or done any drawings of what that product could be?
Well, I've sort of explained to them what I want. So it would be like this logo, and that will be displayed on children's screens to say, time for a break, you know, and they can choose to have the break, which is a big difference between other apps like Screen Time, is they can actually choose to have the break, where ours can choose and others can't. But the app overall, there'll be like examples of like 10 coins can be this price and what we would recommend to them. So we'll have like a guidelines and stuff to help the parents, and the parents will mainly be controlling it.
Amazing work, Sienna. And there were some fast and furious questions from the judges. Guys, can we give Virtual Break a massive round of applause? First pitch of the day, smashed it out of the park. Congratulations. We're on to our next pitch of the morning. So I'd love to introduce Ferny Grove State High School's team to our virtual stage. Me, My Story. Legends, we are ready to hear your pitch. How you feeling?
Good.
Excellent. Cool. We're ready when you are. We can't wait to hear your pitch.
When I was little, my mum got sick. I was too young to really know what was going on. Didn't know she was going to make it. This made me realize how many people must confront the fears of losing someone this close. I'd never met my grandma. Don't even know what she sounds like. Mum lost her when she was 12, so she can't remember much either. This made us realize how many of us failed to chronicle our lives. Next slide. We are teenagers with our whole lives to live, yet we are going to talk to you about the passing away of loved ones and the memories that can be lost with them. Next slide. The Aboriginal culture have used storytelling for 50,000 years. This idea is not new. Next slide. Introducing Me, My Story. Next slide. Me, My Story helps ensure the most special memories of our loved ones are remembered. It is a digital vault for sharing and storing those memories, photos, life stories, and even essential information such as superannuation and insurance. Imagine being diagnosed with a terminal illness. With Me, My Story, you can save messages for your family in advance.
Next
And when
slide.
you pass away, they will be given access to your account. You can record messages for certain dates or milestones, such as a school's graduation or a 21st birthday. And your message will be stored in our cloud and shared at the right time. Next slide. Death is going to happen and is a part of life. It is difficult to let go of family or special people, but Me, My Story is a foundation of grief and for celebrating life. Next slide. Now, who will we target as a user of Me, My Story? Everyone has a story to leave behind, but we will initially target these segments. Next slide. We aim to partner with a variety of organizations to spread our concept to support families. We also intend to work with the government to support and promote organ donor programs. Next slide. At scale, with infrastructure, staff, and overhead costs, we estimate the average cost for us per user is 25 cents a month. At these costs, $5,000 in funding will allow us to start a journey to help 20,000 families with a month's access or 1,700 families for a year. Our revenue model includes a mix of recurring subscriptions and partnerships, starting at a monthly fee of 99 cents a month. Based on signing up 20,000 users in year one, we project revenue of over $128,000. The profit would then be used to reinvest to the platform to support more families. Next slide. If only less than 1% of all social media users were to use Me, My Story, we would exceed $20 million in revenue in 1 month. It's a big goal, but it shows the true potential of social media as a marketing platform. There are more than 100 million deaths or critical illnesses per year and 140 million births. That's 240 million reasons to plan and one great solution. Next slide. Me, My Story, a foundation solution for generations present and future.
Oh, I mean, timing was just perfectly on point. I'll welcome our judges back to the stage. Legends, you've got 4 minutes of questions again for these guys. Dom, we might kick off with you and go the other way if we like.
Yeah, sure. Really great idea. I just wondered, have you considered about data security and how you're going to protect people's data?
So we're talking with multiple tech companies and schools, our school tech company as well, to just place the right firewalls we need to keep the data secure, because it's family information. We don't want this to spread to the wrong people. So we're going to have firewalls and encrypted protection, because we're not including just the videos, but it's also family information like bank details, superannuation, and other elements like that.
Hey guys, really well done. I'm interested in the centralization of this. So if someone is already using several different platforms and tools to store this information, how do you foresee being able to bring them on board and have it all in your platform?
Well, to be honest with what makes us different, first of all, we do take pride in offering what we believe is the most effective, efficient, and affordable service. But more importantly, we believe that other businesses are simply offering a service for customers to store files. But we are trying to support friends and families to cherish memories. So we're more of a support and helping people rather than just offering them a place to store their files. So we believe we're going to have a lot more emotional value with our customers.
You talked about who your sort of target demographic are, but how are you planning on getting out to them? What's sort of your marketing strategy to get them excited about what you do?
So our marketing strategy is we're going to be partnering with, like we said before, hospitals, palliative care, retirement homes, funeral directors. So for the target audiences, we're mainly going to do first, just to get our idea out there, are those. So we're going to be spreading advertising with them. But not only, we're going to be using social media as a marketing platform because they have over 4 billion users. So to make our company worldwide, we find social media is also a key element for success.
And with our partnerships, we will advertise for them and they will advertise for us. It'll be mutual, which also means that payments will go down a lot because if we're sharing for them and they're sharing for us, it's just helping everyone.
And you also mentioned social media. Will this be a social media platform or is this strictly data like cloud storage?
Our platform will not be based on social media, but we will reach to social media to like raise awareness for our platform, if that makes sense. Like we won't base it on Instagram or Facebook, but we'll make a count on that, spread our awareness, just get ourselves known so we can reach more customers and support more families.
You mentioned the partnerships. Have you had any conversations with potential partners?
We're in the process of being with partners. So we've reached out to them, but they haven't replied yet. But we are reaching out to hospitals and palliative care units and others.
And we do believe that with a bit more time and even more intense, that we will be able to reach out to them and get them on board. It's something we're pretty confident about.
Last question, Anna.
You mentioned some financial sort of high level numbers, but I don't think I heard what you're planning on charging per person or per family. Do you have those numbers yet?
So our monthly fee is for the user is 99 cents US dollars a month, but the cost for us will be 25 cents. So what it means is they pay 99 cents, but with everything added up with staff and overhead costs and buildings, it'll cost us 25 cents a month.
So therefore, roughly a profit of just under 75 cents a month per user.
And that'll be invest into the company as well, just to grow with server farms and other things like that.
Excellent work, team. I always have like rising anxiety when the judges come on screen because you never know what they're going to ask. So amazing work for handling the questions. Congratulations to our second pitching team, Me My Story. Excellent work. I'm going to welcome our third team to the stage, coming to us from Mackay. So we're scooting up north a little bit here. We're sort of gallivanting all about Australia today. So I'd love to welcome our third pitching team to the stage. How are we feeling, guys?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Are we feeling ready?
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. Do you know what? You're going to be great. I can already feel it in my waters. So we're so thrilled to hear your pitch and more about your idea. We're ready when you are.
Okay. Connect You, next, by Jazeera Grimer and Bianca Floor, next. According to Kelso Lawyers, it is reported that in Australia alone, 45,714 children have been subjected to physical and emotional neglect. But what is emotional neglect? Emotional neglect can be defined as a relationship pattern in which an individual's affectional needs are consistently disregarded, ignored, invalidated, or unappreciated by a significant other. What is Connect You and how does it help prevent this issue? Let me propose to you a game-based platform that is designed to bring together the whole family. Next. First, a family account is made, followed by the creation of custom avatars and then setting up the notification system. Through acts of inclusiveness completed throughout the game, like giving gifts, giving hugs, nice letters, doing a job around the house, or taking a car ride together, you can receive tokens, which are one of the game's main forms of currency. Next. But there is also a feature that allows a player to access the mood of another player. If a person feels neglected, all they must do is click a button and a notification will be sent to the corresponding family members. Even if the parent does not have the app, a notification can still be sent via phone number or email. Next. Connect You is different from other games as it has a specific goal. It also includes the element of real life, with some of the activities varying from physical affection to in-game inclusiveness. There may be other platforms with games like ours, for example, Animal Crossing, Touch, Sims, and IMVU, but none specifically target physical neglect. Sorry, I missed a sentence. Specifically target a worldwide issue. In our case, that issue is emotional and physical neglect. With our game's unique feature, like the mood tracking notification system and the use of acts of inclusiveness to earn game currency. Next.
If Connect You wins any prize money, it will be combined with the money we hope to earn through Kickstarter and anything we get from our sponsors who are invested in our cause. With this, we hope to start our platform. We would first make a website-based game, then once our financial goal is reached, we plan to produce an app. After making the app, money can be made out of the in-game purchases and advertisements. We aim to use advertising to represent the game in different ways, like showcasing Wet and Wild to promote a family fun activity. We hope to donate 10% of the profits to charity that support the well-being of 1 in 7 children suffering from mental health issues. Next.
We have calculated that Connect You needs a starting goal of 7,500 in order to get the time and people required to start up our game. Through this, we can connect you to your loved ones. Next. Thank you for listening.
Well done, guys. That was so great. And I think, you know, like all of the problems that are being unpacked today, this is one that I think will feel really real for people in such a busy world at the moment around finding meaningful ways to really foster belonging and connection. So thanks so much for your pitch. I'll welcome our judges to the stage again. I'm going to go in order that I've got you. So Danielle, that's you kicking off, and then Anna, and then Dom.
Hi girls, well done. I'm interested in the focus on neglect as the problem. Do you see this as being something that is aiming to solve the issue of neglect or act as a prevention of disconnection?
I guess trying to prevent neglect in like families, like between siblings or other sort of people.
Yeah, or even we kind of want to promote it onwards to schools and whatnot. So the neglect between students, if they feel left out, a student can go and help.
And I'd love to hear sort of what personally motivated you to start this. Where did this idea come from?
Oh, well, my parents my dad has a lot of siblings, and my grandma has these shelves with all photos of all her children on it and grandchildren, and they all fight for who can get to different shelves because they think it's like a tier system, and everyone's really dirty about it and trying to move their photos around, and that's kind of where this came from.
For me personally, it's that my parents and siblings always are working, so I'm home alone doing a lot of cleaning and stuff and whatnot. So I'm just often alone or I'm doing my own stuff.
Great work. I imagine, would this be a free game and your revenue will be through advertising? Is that correct?
Yes, it would be through advertisements and sponsorships and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right. And how will you make sure that advertisements don't detract from your mission? Because, you know, there's different types of brands that you could be advertising.
I think that's something that we need to work out through the process of making our game.
I'm interested in the choice of Kickstarter as, I guess, the next step. Have you looked at other ways to launch this, and was that the best one, or what was that thought process?
Kickstarter was kind of the best option I could really think of. Thinking of other things like GoFundMe and whatnot, I just personally thought when making the pitch that Kickstarter would be the best option.
I just really want to know, what kind of rewards are you going to offer? Like, what are people getting when they pledge to your campaign?
Well, because it's more the rewards of doing out-of-game things and in-game things to make things like improvements to your avatars and making, well, upgrading your rooms or like a garden and whatnot. And then you can maybe get things like, hopefully through other sponsorships, you could eventually over time maybe get, say, a ticket to a family fun park or something.
Last question, Dom.
And what do you want participants to think and feel when they're playing the game?
I want them to feel all included, like everyone has, like, I guess they're treated all the same, they're all equal, they all have the same amount of attention, they don't feel left out or like neglected or anything like that.
Amazing work, girls. Can we please give our third pitching team a massive round of applause? Well done. You can breathe now. So I'm going to welcome our fourth pitching team to the stage. We are whizzing through these, and I don't think there is a better named team for a Monday morning. Who doesn't want pancakes on a Monday morning? I'm just saying. So from Yarrabilba State Secondary College, I'd love to welcome Maple Mountain Pancakes to the stage. Gentlemen, how are you feeling?
Oh, good.
Wicked. We're ready when you are.
Good morning, Future Anything. My name is Harlan Lacey. This is Troy Lockhart. We're from Maple Mountain Pancakes, Australia's newest youth-based commercial enterprise. We are a Logan City-based youth business which is committed to providing long-term sustainable employment not only for under 18s in our local community but throughout Australia. Next.
Maple Mountain Pancakes came about due to the lack of employment opportunities in Yarrabilba, and youth unemployment is a significant issue.
Maple Mountain Pancakes came about when we were doing a school project. We realized that there was a market in the community for locally made, organically sourced fresh food that can be sold at local markets, events, or even at school.
After working on our recipe, we realized that we could create a high-quality pancakes with organic ingredients which abides with our philosophy of sustainability. At our Skills Science Fair, we set up a test stall and conducted a test for our business under controlled conditions. We sold over 52 units in the space of 3 hours with a very limited and controlled customer base, which proved the popularity of our product. Next.
We sell 2 flavors of pancakes, standard and banana blitz. Next.
We have created a business model which can be franchised throughout Australia with an initial full startup cost of $1,345. Next.
We estimated that in the right location with a high customer flow such as local markets, we could generate a daily profit in excess of thousands. We have the option of being able to pay a standard wage for youth-based employees, or in the case of franchisee owner operators, we can split the profit as income, which provides a substantial paycheck for any teenager. Next. We have proven our concept in real test conditions. We are profitable, we are proven, and we are realistic. We have established a tangible business which we are expanding into operation throughout the community. We will be moving forward with our business into the future, and we plan to franchise our business model throughout Australia to provide real employment opportunities for Australia's youth. Thank you.
Great work, team. I don't know about our judges, but I'm definitely hungry for pancakes now. So I'll welcome our judges back for a few questions. And Anna, I might start with you, and then we'll go Danielle and then Dom.
I really loved your pitch, and I really loved your logo. Who made the logo?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Awesome. Amazing.
Hey guys, they look delicious. And I had a hot dog stand yesterday, so I know how fun it is. I'm interested, and obviously you've run a test market. I noticed on your financial page, you said that it was the startup costs. It was, I think, about $1,300. What expense was that? Is that just to one market, or have you thought about how you may be present at other different markets that may be a bit more affordable?
I'm not sure, but I think it's for one of the markets.
Was that the cost of the market that you ran the experiment at?
No.
And why is youth employment important to you? What inspired you to tackle this social problem? Because it's an important one.
Yeah, well, Yarrabilba is currently undeveloped, so we thought that, there's a lot of kids here in this high school, and it's not like they're not going to get a very great job with the way that Yarrabilba is right now. So we thought that if we make one a business like this, it's another opportunity for kids like us to get a job.
What's been the coolest moment in this program? What was like a moment where you're like, yeah, that's amazing?
When we figured out that we could sell pancakes, we thought that they are a popular thing down at the mini markets. So we decided to use it as our project.
And as you look to the future and wanting to grow out your business, do you plan on just focusing on pancakes or expanding the different businesses that you help create?
Oh, we probably will expand it when we're up there and out there. But right now we'll stay as pancakes.
Last question, Dom.
It seems like franchising is a really great opportunity. How quickly do you think you could expand? And would it be all around Australia or just here in Southeast Queensland?
All around Australia.
Go big or go home. Congratulations, guys. Can we please give our team Maple Mountain Pancakes a massive round of applause? Wicked. Well, we're about to introduce our last team, which seems crazy. Time really does fly when you're having fun. So we're going to zip down to South Australia, Danielle, in your hood, and we're going to introduce Taking Steps from Cardine College to our virtual stage. Legends, how are we feeling?
How are you?
We're good.
We're good.
All right.
Excellent. Well, we are so excited to hear your pitch. So we're ready when you are.
All right, thanks.
Hi, I'm Lachlan, and this is Tiana and Charlotte, and we're the creators of Taking Steps, an app that we designed for the purpose of tracking your own carbon footprint and becoming more aware of your own effects on the CO2 production of the world. Next. We all know the problems with global warming, from melting ice caps, which raises ocean levels and temperatures, which kills millions of marine animals, to extreme heat waves and bushfires that kill billions of terrestrial animals and destroy our forests. Global warming is negatively affecting our world in so many ways. And one of the stem roots of the problem is carbon emissions, and in particular, individual carbon emissions. Next.
It has been researched that the average person produces 41 kilograms of CO2 per day, and only 1 kilogram of that is from the air we breathe. So that means that 40 kilograms is being produced just from our daily choices, like our food choices, living style, or transport methods. That amount is the equivalent of CO2 to burning 20 kilograms of coal per day. That puts us 7 times over what the UN recommends to reduce climate change. Now, we understand that getting to work or school is something that you can't really change, but there are multiple ways that this is possible while reducing your carbon footprint, such as carpooling, catching the bus, or even riding your bike. Next.
By using our app, you can track your own carbon footprint and be more aware of your effects on the environment. And I don't mean those expensive electric cars or solar panels. Next. Our app suggests achievable ways that we can all cut down on carbon emissions based on how you emit them, like growing your own fruit or riding your bike to work, and even rewards you for progress by donating and linking to environmentally minded non-profits with objectives similar to ours, to make you feel like your progress is really making a difference. Next.
We also plan on donating a portion of our profits to these organisations, such as the Arbor Day Foundation, as we want to support others in their fight to make a difference. Next. We plan to spread information about our app through social media to spread awareness on both our issue and to gain traction for our product. Our app will be initially targeted towards university students before moving on to schools and workplaces, and we've already begun talks with local council members about our product.
The production of our app will need to be at around $50,000. However, Louise Nobes, the CEO of 42 Adelaide, a coding and web applications business and educator, heard our in-school pitch and responded with an offer for us to be able to develop our app through her company. Next.
To make our company profitable, we plan to run ads on the app to generate a steady income from users. We also plan to run an additional subscription service that provides more insight and customization in the app, and packages of eco-friendly products that can replace carbon-emitting products. In order to grow the business after launch, we will continue to market our product to our audience and to open an online store that will sell products recommended by the app and other environmentally friendly items, and potentially in the future, creating a range of eco-friendly products or physical stores. Next.
Our name is Taking Steps, and thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to our cause.
Nailed it, guys.
Right on the bell.
Nailed it. Every time I hear the 30-second warning, I have this like degree of anxiety that rises up inside of me. So well done, team. That was excellent. So we'll have some questions from our judges. Danielle, I might start with you.
Hey guys, amazing work for having spoken to Louise. She's great, and that's an amazing initial offer. On that front, I'm interested in your customer acquisition. So how do you plan on, obviously you've got tick the box to get it built, but what's the steps before that you're looking to take to bring people in and I guess understand what you need to design the app?
Yeah, so we'll work with them to develop the app, but to bring people in, we sort of want to advertise it to people who would be interested in that. So like university students who are more interested in that sort of sector, but are also involved with technology in that, who would use the app.
Yeah, because like, for example, obviously not everyone is going to take such a big interest initially. Like I'm one of the people who's come up with designing this app, and if we were to target towards high school students, it wouldn't be as effective. So we're kind of going for a bit more of an older audience of people who care a bit more about it and will probably take more interest and actually try to work towards this.
Dom, and then Anna. Sorry, I didn't give the order at the beginning. That's my bad. Over to you.
Thanks, team. I just was wondering, have you conducted a competitor analysis? Are there any similar apps out there, and what makes yours different?
So there are apps that obviously you can like track some way your carbon input, but there's none that sort of are doing what we're planning to do, where based on the ways that you input your what you do throughout the day, it can then recommend how you cut down on it based on that.
Like we have a wireframe, you can't see it very well here, but it was on one of the slides. One of the things that we've kind of come up with is like a suggestions box at the bottom of the screen where you can input. So it'll be like, because there'll be a map in the app where you can basically put your work, school, anywhere you end up going, and your home. And in the morning you might wake up and there might be a little suggestion for you that's like, oh, the weather is sunny today, take your bike to work. Just little things to kind of make you start thinking more, because getting in your car and driving is just a habit. So it's just something that'll really switch you on and just make you start really thinking about your own effects.
Last question, Anna.
How did you decide to do this? Like, what was the decision point that this was?
My mum actually was one of the people who really got me into this. So we did it as kind of a science project in school where we got to come up with our own products or services to help fix kind of a global issue. And we were a bit stumped. We started with greenhouse gases and fossil fuels, and we really narrowed it down to carbon, because carbon is probably our biggest one that we produce as people. And then I kind of was talking to my mum about it at home one day. I was like, yeah, we're doing this in science. And she was just like, that is the best idea. She was like, you need to do this, and just full on branch out with it all. And she kind of hyped us all up to really get into it. And that's kind of how it all started, in a science classroom. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I think even the fact that we're kind of like the next generation of our future. So if we can make a change now, then that's going to improve the future for like us and further generations. So, yeah.
Thanks so much, team. I love that sometimes when we're starting with ideas, we can feel nervous about sharing those ideas, because there's a little part in the back of our brains that goes, oh, what if somebody takes our idea? And what we don't realize is that conversations are catalysts. And so if we don't share our thinking, sometimes we don't get those sparks that we need to generate more movement. So I love that your story started with, obviously, and Cardine running FA in science is such a cool way to sort of bring new curriculum and entrepreneurial thinking into the space. So congratulations, team. Nailed it. Very good work. Give them a round of applause. So this is the fun part for me and the really challenging part for our judges. We are going to boot them out of this room because they have the tough task of picking a winner for today. So we'll say sayonara, team. Enjoy your time away. And in the meantime, I have the really exciting job of opening our People's Vote. Now, the team that amasses the most votes from each semi-final goes into a second chance draw where there is an opportunity for one team to get a wildcard entry to our grand final. So these votes matter. And the link for you to access the People's Vote is now on your screen. You can grab the QR code and scan it. Alternatively, the link is there. So head in now and vote for your favorite team from today's semi-final. We're going to put some tunes on and we'll leave this code up, and we're going to take about 5 minutes or so while our judges deliberate for our People's Vote to occur, and obviously for our judges to deliberate on our winner. Congratulations to all teams. Enjoy the People's Vote, and we'll see you back very soon. Ooh, now, was it the cat that made the, the last vote over, just to tip all of the results over? Because I'd love to know if the cat weighed in. Welcome back, judges. I don't envy your time. Whilst you were judging, I was tweeting photos of us and our panel. So I had a much easier 5 minutes than I think you did. But who's going to speak on behalf of the judges today and kind of introduce our verdict?
I believe that's me.
Dom, ready when you are. Tell us a little bit about the process for you guys, and then, the fun news of who's taken home our first semi-final for this year.
All right, so it was a really, really tough decision because all of the pictures were just amazing and the ideas were great. We were thinking a lot about the work that has gone in, but also just the strength of the idea and where you could take it from here. And we had a top 3, and the winner is Virtual Break.
Yay!
So it was a really, really great idea. We really liked the language that the presenter was using. This idea of intrinsic rewards made it a lot more meaningful. So congratulations and good luck in the finals. And the runner-up was another amazing idea, which we were really impressed by, and that was Maple Mountain Pancakes.
Well done, team.
Well done. We thought your idea was fantastic too. We really liked the fact that you've tested out this idea and you're really confident that you can make it work, and also because the problem that you chose was, you felt very passionate about. So we thought that was fantastic. And thank you to all the other teams. This was definitely the hardest decision I've had to make in a very long time. So that speaks to the strength of all your pictures. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you to our incredible judges. Congratulations to Virtual Break, who have gone straight through to our grand final at the end of next month. So well done. I also have the really fun job of announcing who's taken home the People's Vote. So whilst you guys were deliberating on the winners, everybody was frantically voting in the background for their favorite. And the team that gets the People's Vote goes through to a second chance draw. And one of these People's Vote winners will get a wildcard entry to our grand final. So this team has a little while to wait to see whether they've made it through to our grand final. But I'm super excited to announce that the winner of our People's Vote today is Taking Steps from Cardine College. Well done. Congratulations, team.
Oh, one sec, sorry.
Well done, guys. So it looks like all of your madly messaging out the link to friends, family, and everyone around you worked, because everyone has rallied behind your idea for today's final. So congratulations. On behalf of the Future Anything team, I just want to say again, a huge thank you to our judges, Danielle, Anna, and Dom. Thank you for your time, your insights, your probing and inquisitive questions for our team, and just for creating space to support youth-led entrepreneurship, because it's taking time from people like you that really show our young people that what they're doing today really matters for tomorrow. So thank you so much for the generosity of your time and space today. We're so thankful for it. And also, I don't know how the other judging panels are going to live up to the fact that you guys were perfectly on time getting here. You kept under time for your questions. You were just like on point. I think the bar has been set very high for the rest of our judging panels. So thank you so much. Huge congratulations to our 5 teams today. It is no mean feat. We had 4,000 students in the program, close to 200 applications for our finals today. So to make it to the top 40 to pitch today is an incredible feat. And in no way is this the end of your journey. Please be sure to stay in contact with us, and we're here to help you, irrespective of whether you've made it through to our finals. Now, our grand final tickets have officially just opened. So if you would like to jump in either physically or virtually and watch our grand final on the 23rd of November, the link is on your screen right now. We would love to have you supporting our young people as they bend the future, one youth-led idea at a time. Now, this is just the first of 8 semi-final events. So feel free to stick around if you'd like to see our next semi-final, or swing in later today or on Thursday for some of our events. Thank you so much on behalf of the team for your time and for joining us today. And we can't wait to see the incredible pitches over the course of the rest of the week as we bend the future, one youth-led idea at a time.